Happy Tackle Tantrum Thursdays, parents. I wish you peace and light. Tantrums, oh gosh, yes, I know, especially when they're in public, they are embarrassing. However, I'm going to ask you a huge favor. If you don't want it to get worse later, you have a 15-year-old having a tantrum, which I saw recently in a grocery store, and she asked mom for something, and mom said no. And she's like, but mom, can't you see him crying? And I mean, she was just bawling. And mom stood her ground and said, no. I have to tell you, I ran out of that store and thanked mom because that was such an amazing thing. Because otherwise, you know, that behavior would continue to it would continue because she was reinforced for that crying because mom might have given if mom gave in because of embarrassment, that would have been honestly the worst thing that she could have done. So I'm so glad. I mean, I was so proud of her. I have no idea who this woman was, but I chased her down in the parking lot and thanked her for holding out. And she goes, oh yeah, that's what I do. She knows that she's not going to cry and get what she wants because we're doing our children a disservice. When they cry, they're not suffering. I promise you, they're not suffering. They've just learned that it's a very efficient way to get what they want, or to get out of what they want to get out of, or to get the attention that they're lacking. So if you give in, like for instance, if you told your child to clean up their room and they engage in a tantrum and you said, oh, well, you don't have to, or I'll help you, or whatever, that honestly is, I would suggest that we try something different. So that demand should not go away, right? If you want to help them, offer to help before the tantrum, right? But because if you help during the tantrum, then they learn, oh, all I have to do is this. If I cry, they'll help me. If you, excuse me, if they don't like something, right? If you present an academic demand or just whatever, and they don't want to do it, and again, it's met with tantrums. Again, to prevent that, you can have them say, well, can we do it later? Or can I do 2 questions and take a break? Or can I take a break? So teach them the skills so that they don't engage in the tantrums, right? Young children can learn. I mean, to tap you. If they don't have language yet, they can tap you. If they're non-vocal, they can use pictures or signs, but give them a way to communicate, a way out of things, a way to get what they want without engaging in tantrums, a way to tell you how they're feeling if they're hurt, right? That's one of the reasons too that children engage in tantrums. Sometimes it's sensory. So, they're feeling something in their bodies and they are not able to explain it. And so they engage in tantrums. So, sometimes it could be like a food that you present to them that they're like, because it's causing sensory issues in their mouths. And for that, actually, I just throw this in here. But if your child is having oral sensory issues, I highly recommend oral placement therapy. It is amazing to help with that. So anyway, I will leave you with that, and I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful evening.